The business world is shocked. A shocking new story from Reuters has already sent shockwaves through Wall Street, Main Street, and the whole world of finance. For the first time ever, a digital asset called a cryptocurrency is being accepted as a real part of the most important stock market in the world. The consequences are huge. Now, all S&P 500 index funds, all ETFs that track the S&P 500, and a huge number of big portfolios around the world will have to put money into XRP. This is not just a guess. This event forces people to buy. Every fund manager that follows the S&P 500 will have to buy XRP in proportion to how much it weighs in the index. This will create a wave of demand that has never been seen before, which could push the price of XRP to $50,000 or more. To get a sense of how big this move is, we need to look at how much money is involved. Trillions of dollars around the world follow the S&P 500 average. There are funds that look like the S&P 500 run by Vanguard, BlackRock, State Street, Fidelity, and other big asset managers. When XRP is added to the index, these funds are required by law to change the balance of their holdings to represent the addition. This means they need to buy XRP right away because funds are rebalanced at set times, and each day they wait could cause them to lose money compared to the average. Let's see how many there are. At the moment, there are just over 50 billion XRP coins in circulation. There are trillions of dollars that need to be changed into XRP almost quickly, even if the S&P 500 only gives it a small amount of its weight. Music index funds will rush to get XRP, and the sudden demand will make daily trade volumes much lower than usual. Order books on exchanges will break records, liquidity sources will be overloaded, and short-term volatility will rise sharply. In the past, when a commodity is added to an index, retail investors would often follow the institutional flows, which would lead to a second wave of buying. That means that millions of individual buyers will jump in as well, afraid they will miss out on one of the biggest financial events in history. Forced institutional buying and market fear of missing out, FOMO, could easily push XRP to $50,000 or more in a short amount of time. Doesn't it seem crazy to think about? You can't say enough about how important this situation is. A story from Reuters says that funds only have 30 days to rebalance their portfolios. Yes, it only took 30 days for trillions of dollars to move into XRP. Without a doubt, the limit is very short. People in the market already think that the buying frenzy will begin as early as Monday. This is an instant chance that you need to take advantage of quickly. People who trade are getting ready to ride this wave. Institutional desks are getting ready to handle huge trades, and exchanges are building up their systems to handle large volumes. It's all coming together quickly. We also need to look at the bigger picture. This isn't just about adding one number. It's part of a bigger trend in which traditional banking is using digital assets on a scale that has never been seen before. Bitcoin ETFs, Ethereum futures, and other crypto products have become popular over the past few years. A lot of money is now being put into digital assets by big banks and hedge funds. Music. The fact that it is part of the S&P 500 makes cryptocurrency seem like a real financial tool, which makes it easier for more institutions to start using it. Analysts already think that this move will set off a chain reaction in which other cryptocurrencies and digital assets are considered for inclusion in different indices, ETFs, and organized financial products. This is a very important time for anyone who has XRP. When you put together forced institutional buying, world recognition, and past examples, you get a very bullish situation. In the short run, traders can expect prices to go up and down. There could be a multi-year bull run coming up, though, for people who are willing to wait. To handle the inflows from institutions, XRP's market capitalization will have to grow quite a bit. This could, totally change how it's valued. In the past, when a new asset is added to an index, it often causes price factors that are, hard to guess exactly. But even the most optimistic predictions say that XRP could hit $50,000 in the first few months after it is added. Taking into account retail follow-on buying, strategic accumulation by whales, and the general mood of the global market, some predictions are even more pessimistic. The financial world is definitely paying close attention, and those who understand what this means now could stand to gain a lot. Also, it's important to think about how this news will affect people's minds. People tend to have a lot more faith in a digital asset after it is officially recognized by one of the world's most prestigious rankings. If institutional investors were on the fence about investing in crypto before, they might have to change their minds now. Music. At the same time, regulators may become more strict, but XRP has always been able to withstand this kind of scrutiny, which only boosts investor trust. There's already a lot of talk about crypto on social media, financial news sites, and in crypto groups. This creates a feedback loop that speeds up adoption and price movement even more. FOMO, or the fear of losing out, is real, and it will make every dollar that big investors spend go further. So, investors and traders should keep a close eye on key indicators in order to get ready for this important event. For big orders to be filled, it will be essential that exchanges have a lot of XRP available, major institutional trading desks, and market depth. Any delays or traffic jams could lead to arbitrage chances, but they could also make volatility worse. When demand is high and supply is low, prices could change quickly in either way. This makes risk management very important. Music last. Let's picture what will happen as it happens. When Monday comes around, the market gets its first batch of orders from index funds. The order books are full of huge buy orders on exchanges, and the price of XRP starts to go through the roof. Within days, the price of XRP breaks all previous records and goes over $50,000. Institutions rush to get any leftover liquidity. Analysts make new predictions, experts argue about what these changes mean, and the financial world watches one of the most important market events in recent history. That's not all this story is about. It's a story about the future of money and finance, and how digital assets are finally being seen as real forces that are changing the world economy.